What's up, guys? We're going to do a sew video today. We're going to show you how we build the active shooter bag. This active shooter bag holds 3 mags on the face. I am revamping this so that it carries 6 mags. Why? Well, so you can carry twice as many bullets, or so that it'll carry bottles of water or whatever else you choose to put in here. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Come along with us. Isn't that how all those videos start? Come along with me through my day of doing absolutely fucking nothing on the internet and all you dipshits watching it. We're gonna actually do something though, so, and you guys aren't dipshits. So here we go. I'm gonna hem this over. This is gonna be the mag pouches. I'm gonna hem this over right here. You can edge tape the top of yours. I like to hem this over so that it's 3 layers like this. And the reason I do that is it has some structure to it. It holds its shape, keeps it open a little bit better when you go to put your mags in. So that's why I do those. I do that on almost all of my mag, well, depending on the mag. I do that on a lot of my mag pouches. And it was just kind of in passing. I'm like, hey, add 3 inches onto this thing. Let's check that math, see if that works. So these are the lids for the mag pouches. Let's go ahead and fab these up. You will probably want to draw a line right in the middle. I'm gonna just run this down what looks like the middle. And I think this is 2 inches, so this piece of material is 4 inches wide. I just sewed off, didn't I? Yep, sewed off, I'll catch that. I didn't think I needed any edge tape, but I actually do, Cody. Can you grab me a roll of black edge tape? You can get one out of my my sew station out there.
Your edge tape right here?
No, I don't need the edge taper, I just need the edge tape. That's what I'm going to use to conceal this seam right here. I'm just going to sew edge tape down it. You'll see in a second here. If this was going inside something, I would just sew both edges of this, but because it's out exposed, I'm going to cover it with edge tape. Thanks. You probably don't need to sew across the bottom like I'm doing here because we're gonna go ahead and put Velcro on there anyways, which will then cross that. But go ahead and do it anyways. And then the line in the middle, if you can fold what you think is half, then you don't need to draw the line. But if you're not comfortable with that, put the line down the middle. Same thing with this. I'll make that stitch pattern a little bit smaller. Stitch length. When you're separating that, you're cutting towards your finger. Make sure you don't nick the web of your finger. It takes forever to heal, bleeds a lot.
things I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
So I'm just guessing what pieces are what.
You haven't seen, like, you mean seen me build it or own the product?
But I've never seen you build it. I guess I've never taken a look at it, like dissected it in my brain as far as sewing.
We have a lot of products that you could use for this. This one's kind of real specific. All right, that's all the edge tape I think I need. I don't think there's any more edge tape in this. What do we have here? Front pocket, front panel, back panel, rear panel. Let's go ahead and make this. I think this, yep, gets hemmed over. So we'll make this back panel. Is this an actual square? It is. So aside from direction of pattern, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna run this right here. This will be the zipper lips. Let's go ahead and put the zipper on here. Did you have anything good to eat this weekend?
Just get some gravy.
That's not good. Where'd you get Tractor Supply? I mean, what's Burl King? What's that place? Cracker Barrel.
No, Canada.
Oh, those are probably good then.
Yeah, really.
White gravy?
Yeah, but more meat than gravy.
Yeah.
I like a pound of sausage.
Yeah, sausage gravy. Yeah, that's what I prefer too. Asked me if I had anything good to eat.
What'd you have?
Fuck you. You didn't even care. You didn't ask me.
I usually know what you've had.
What'd I have?
This week you went to
I didn't post.
Nashville.
I didn't post any pictures.
You had sushi
I have sushi.
from Hana.
No, from Peter's. Peter's Sushi and Thai in Brentwood. I had a really good coconut, pineapple curry, shrimp bowl. That was really good. I had sushi there also. Then we went to Uncle Julio's. And we like to sit at the bar. It's faster and the service is usually really good. The margarita's good, as always. The food wasn't, it's not like it used to be way better. And they've dropped like the shrimp tacos I used to get. They've got these street tacos. So I got carne asada and carnitas. They're bland. Like they didn't have any flavor at all to them. None. But it was okay. We ate somewhere else too. Where did we eat? We ate somewhere else. I don't remember where. It was so good I don't remember what it was.
Hana's in Jackson.
Yeah, I'm kind of, it's not as good either. I think since COVID, the raw goods they're getting are not the same. No, they're not. Like it used to be, we would literally leave here 2-3 days a week to go eat at Hana's all the way in Jackson, an hour from here. But now we go every other weekend or so, we'll be in Jackson. And I'm like, where do you want to eat? Not sushi. We'll go just eat something else. I mean, we'll still go there. And the service is really good. The service is real good. But I think the fish is coming from somewhere different now.
It's not as fresh.
Not as fresh. Yeah. I gotta get a dude to cook here. I gotta get somebody that makes meals here. You're never gonna get another Josh.
You're never gonna get that. But
You're never gonna get another
10%
Josh.
of them.
Jeremy did good. Like when Jeremy was cooking, his stuff was pretty on point, especially like early on. Like, I miss Jeremy's curry. Jeremy's curry was really good. And he made, like, that chicken he did was really good. I'm curious. I hope he's doing well, whatever it is he's doing. He was just not happy here, you know, over time. I think the whole Tennessee is probably not for him. I could be wrong, but those guys come in here hot and heavy all the time. And when they're working out and getting up early and going to the gym and shit, when that ceases over time, everything changes, you know? But I gotta get a dude to cook. Like, we're eating these food trucks and it's fucking just killing me. This one's already, I already said this one.
This is probably the most I've ever seen you eat out.
Yeah, and it's fucking killing me. Literally killing me. Eating just garbage. I mean, as best, not that the food they're making is not good, but it's fucking just food truck, you know? It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for me. Okay, I did not sew this. Guy commented on one of the videos and he's like, man, the zipper lips are the hardest thing to make. He's like, I always mess them up. If that's you and you're listening, I have no idea where you are. If you come out here, if you're in Tennessee or something, if you come here to the shop for an hour or two, I will sit down and show you how we do this in person. Okay, there's that. Let's get these. All right, I'm gonna go get some pulls that are not this kind of pull.
Was it just out of the other zipper pulls or something that you ordered?
I ordered 10,000, 5,000, I don't remember what I ordered. And my order hadn't shipped. I'm like, hey, what's up with this? They're like, oh, we don't have the zipper pulls we won't have them for a week. I'm like, I've got 35 grand worth of shit sitting here we can't ship because of these zippers. And they're like, I go, just ship me what you got. I'll get the pulls somewhere else. And they're like, well, we got some of these other ones. I'm like, okay, just ship me the other ones, whatever they were. And these are, we've seen several, they'll all work. So we paid twice as much to get these with the double pulls, and we're just fucking cutting them off. And they only go once. It's kind of bullshit. But we did what we just got. We got what we could get to get it to happen. Let's go ahead and make this shoulder strap. Also stuff all the time and get to the shoulder strap and I'm like, oh, I'll make that later. I just never make it. So let's get rid of it right now. We'll go ahead and build it. I know I had that. Here it is. Elastic. Out of thread. I don't want to use this 1.5 inches. I want to switch this over to 2 inch. There it goes.
You just get tired of using the straps without those dividers?
Say it again.
Did you get tired of using the straps?
We've put it on everything for, I don't know, a long time now, for 10 years probably. Almost everything has it that has a shoulder. Can you identify anything that doesn't have it? Can you think of something? Is that why you're asking?
I was trying to think. I mean, I guess there's nothing really that has 2 straps, because I was like thinking, well, the Fupa doesn't have it, but it doesn't have a set strap like that.
Yeah, it's also a shorter distance and it's not on the shoulder. The reason I really have that is so that when this shoulder strap's like this and you pick it up, right? But when I set this on the ground, it separates. So you're sitting at a shop or, whatever, get up from your desk, and now you got to do this, right? With these, it holds it all together as one.
And if you grab one, does it go zzz?
No, it doesn't really adjust, but this keeps it together as one. Yeah. That's what they're there for. That's how wide we want it. This webbing's 1.5 inches, so if you're making a mark here, it'd be 1.5 inches plus another 1/8 of an inch or whatever. A little wider than you think you need it, because when you flip it, I would also make, if the webbing's 1.5 inches, I make all these 6 inches now instead of whatever. This is probably 4. So I want to adjust the cut list to 2-inch elastic, and I want it 6 inches so that this nose goes all the way in here. It just gives a little more drag, and it keeps these from sliding. It keeps them where you put them. So the way we're going to do this, I showed you last week, I think we did something that had a strap kind of like this. Doesn't matter whether it's up or down, you just want them, I want them both the same. It doesn't even matter if they're opposite. They still function the same. So I want that there. And I'm going to run this here. And then I'm going to run this tail through the other side. Right there. So you can see that nose. But I want that to go all the way. It just gives more drag on it. Keeps it in place so that when I set this down, it stays together as one. That's why I do that. It has absolutely no function other than that. Makes no difference to you as the end user at all, unless you're going to be taking this on and off. And then we're going to make this end captive. Right here. I'm going to zip it 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go over to the other point. And we'll go 1, 2, 3. You can put 4 lines, you can put 5, you can put an X. Instead of a zigzag like I just did, you could do a full box X, whatever you want to do. All right, let's get some of this Velcro out of the way. This is the inner wall, front wall, back wall, both the same. I'm going to center this out. Just giving myself a mark right here. Same thing right here. Same piece though, we don't need to remeasure it. We can just go off of the other one. Just like that. And we can just connect the dots. This bobbin was low. It's going to be out of thread in a second. Cut the thread. That's weird. Oh, it backlashed up and around and all this. Here we go. Now you can put a line down the middle of these if you want. You can take the two and put X's, whatever you want to do with it. I need to see, I think I've got Velcro on both walls in here. No, just the outer wall here because I want it as a cross draw. And then inner walls. And then right here, for some reason, we have ran 2-inch in here. So these lids attach to 2-inch loop. Normally nowadays on product, we just run 3-inch, 2 layers of it all the way across. The 3-inch Velcro costs more than the 2-inch, but by the time you pay labor to sew 3 pieces on, it's the same as sewing 1 piece of 3-inch or 1 piece of 4-inch on. So let's figure out, there's that on the, let's get these on here. All right, let me cheat real quick to see how far down we're starting this. It's like 2.5. And because this is centered, it'll be the same top or bottom, whichever side we start from, it's not gonna matter. Actually, because of this right here, where I started all that, I'm gonna flip it so that that's concealed, and we are gonna start from this side here. 2.5 right there. And we want 3 slots, and we know that an AR mag is 3 inches wide. I assume that's what I've made this at. 3, yep. So the center one, we're definitely making 3. We're gonna have a little bit more on the sides because those go into the seam. So we're 10 inches across. I'm gonna mark 5 inches. Just get my T-pad at my center to work off of, and then we're gonna go 1.5 inches. There's my 3-inch, my middle mag slot. Okay, so there's that. Let's eliminate 3 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get these. I'm gonna set these. I'm gonna go off center right here. We know this is the fixed that we know is right where we need it to be. The other 2 can have some variables to them. So let's set this. I'm out of thread.
You don't have any chrome buttons today.
Chrome, oh no, I don't, yeah, because they're wound up on the Coyote. I'm not sewing Coyote. All right, let's tack back in right here and hold this tail because I'm sewing some distance. Now, right about here, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that thread off. There it is, that's that tail. Now the bobbin's winding clean. All right, so let's set this, because these are this center slot's 3, and I think I have 3.5 on these. I do. So let's just set, let's call that 1/2 inch, and let's set this one at the same. And we'll tack this one in right here so it looks the same as the middle one. Cody brought me the 2 inch. I had him change the cut list, but I've already built it. It'll be fine. That's the elastic I said I wanted to change. We did that on the fly. Now let's set this one in here. There we go. Which side did we say we're going? We're going that one's top, right there. Nope, there's that. We're doing it this way. All right, there's those. Now let's figure out the mags. Let's figure we're gonna kill 1/2 inch of this into the seam. 1/2 inch there. So what are we working with? We got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right. So let's find dead center here. And we wanted to add what? How big was this before we added into this? 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch, 3, so 5. So we want to add, I think we want to make these 6 is what we said. So if we make that 6, this goes 7. Let's try this, 6. I should know this. It's been so long since I've mathed out anything from scratch. In 4 mags, everything, we just moved the math a little bit. But the mag's 1 inch tall, it's 3 inches wide is the footprint, even with the curve. 3 inch wide for your slot, 1 inch per mag. This gives us 2 inches on there. That'll do what we need to do. So we'll go from there. Let's put this in the middle. I just had an idea. Cut that off for a second. 2 inches. We're gonna make this one 2 inches also. When I'm throwing out these numbers like 2 inches, if you're not sure what it is, then you're not ready to design your own shit, which is fine. Buy mine and then copy it, cut it apart. At least give me a couple dollars for it. So buy the product, cut it apart, make your patterns, whatever. Once you have that, forward that to Jason also for the concept.
Trying to find a photo that already has that kind of, you know?
Yeah. I would just go to Google. I'm sure it'll shit it out. I want the print to look as real as possible in full color, right? And then the text will just look like, I don't know, Wikipedia or, you know, a couple bullet points. Common name, scientific name, max weight, common prey, you know, stuff like that. Like you're choosing a video game character. Or I've never played a video game, I would assume. That's how they are. All right, there's that. That'll be the front. That's the mags. This is where the lid's going to attach. Let's go ahead and sew this on right here. We know this goes here. Now we're taking this from a single mag to a double mag. So we've added side to side, right? We've added material there. I did not take into account that 2 mags are now going to be in here. So I have not added pleats here. We will put the mags in, see what they look like. You might want to, when doing this, add another 1/2 inch or 1 inch here so that you can pleat it. So instead of those mags sitting here like this, it boxes out instead. Maybe you care about that, maybe you don't. Yes, I know I sewed this single line right here. I'm going to come back and catch it. I just want to put this on right now, see if it looks how I think it should look, which of course it will. I'm pretty much the best at this. So. Like some of you guys, some of you are the best at exercising. Others of you have never exercised. Better go ahead and put that in before I forget it. And when you guys are building gear, like most of you guys hobbyists and stuff, building gear for yourself, when you're learning especially, just sew like right here, tack it, and sew your shit together single line, right? Because you're going to keep that piece of product. Sew it together with 1 line of stitching, and then you'll know rather quickly what the capabilities of the material and thread are. It'll amaze you. Like, you probably don't have to do all the shit we do. I build stuff so that children in the future will use it that have not even been born yet. All right, there we go. Those look a lot larger, but we're gonna lose part of that into the seam. So we originally made the pull tabs out of the pals webbing that we fabricate. Not necessary. Nice touch, I guess. We'll go ahead and hem this in right here. Hem that over cleanly. I like to look at these, especially when I'm doing a pattern, which one has the best pattern on it. Right here. So if I'm doing like woodland, I try to be cognizant when I'm making my lids and stuff, which one has better pattern, what's going to be visible. So those will be the part that you physically see right here. I intentionally left that one connected so that I don't have to pull my thread and such when I start this again. Oh, I forgot, we're doing these are a little longer also. I'm gonna go ahead and tack this edge down also. Because these are 2.5 wide, but the Velcro we're putting on is 2 inches wide. So that'll just make this a little cleaner. Won't have this little piece of material flopping around. Just a little more finish to it. And again, much of what we do in this industry is for appearance and not function. Like edge taping and building this with clean with the seams inside. I don't think any of that matters if you're using this for real. When it comes time where we're building this, cranking it by hand and using foot pedals to run these sewing machines because we're hiding in a cave while they're hunting us, none of that shit's gonna matter. When the machines are hunting us, Yeah, you'll see it in our lifetimes. And not shit you can do about it right now. I didn't tack that? Yeah, I did. So this is what these are for. And when I'm talking about which side, right, there's a little bit of pattern right here. If I flip this over, there is no pattern. That's what I'm talking about, right? I want to be cognizant of where my pattern is. It just looks nicer. Does it matter in function? No, not really. But it looks pretty, I think we all have to agree, it looks pretty damn nice having that M81 right there. Now, I sewed that on single. Why did I do that single stitch and not double stitch? The reason is because I want, when you pull on this, I want it to pull this edge. I don't want it to pull up here, making it harder to open. So I'm going to tack that on there just with that single line. And I'm going to come back across it. So I want to make sure that it's nice and strong. So I've got 4.5 lines of stitching right there, holding that tab on. But I intentionally did not run 2 lines because I want this to pull the edge. I don't want it to have to pull further up here. Again, let's look at this. What's our pattern look like right here? That looks pretty good. I got all 3 colors. That one too, that would have worked that way too. I'm gonna put this right here.
That pull tab being sewn lower like that, does that also allow less of the Velcro to have to be grabbed to get that initial pull?
Yeah. Yeah, like it's gonna, if you think about, it's gonna peel it up, right? It's gonna do this instead of having to break all of that and pull from here, thus pulling both directions. Yeah. Maybe that matters. Maybe it doesn't matter to others, but plus, I mean, if you're really using this for real, your adrenaline's really gonna be pumping it. Maybe it doesn't matter. I would suspect there's guys, when their adrenaline's really rushing, that they rip the entire mag lid out of the whole fucking thing, you know? I've not heard of it, but it's not been an issue anywhere. We've been doing lids like this for 35 years. All right, let's go ahead and just kiss that with some fire, sear it up real nice. Get it nice and melty, and then just touch it with the edge. And then this here, typically I have my Velcro hang off 2 inches. Right about that. Is that 2 inches? That's 2-inch Velcro. Fold it in half. Right there, there's 2 inches. There we go. Feel how stout that feels.
Is
It's because I pull flat on it,
okay.
and it's nice. There's no pillowing or bunching, so it makes both layers as though they're one. Makes them thicker, almost like a laminate. It has that kind of feel. There's those. We're not gonna pop them in there because they'll be in the way when we put this together on the seams. There's that. Here's the back piece. We still have this big bastard right here. Look at that big bastard. How far down did I start the Velcro? Oh no, I'm saying 1.5. 1.5. That's why you don't have a calibrated eye.
I'm getting there.
No, you're not.
It's like
when you get your robot eyes. Like when you're rich, you can get robot legs.
robot ankles.
Do you know what movie that is? Mom, Grandma's Boy. You've never seen Grandma's Boy?
I've seen clips of it. I've just never seen it.
Go to your car right now and watch it.
Homework. Is it Eddie Murphy?
No. Eddie Murphy had already died from crack when fucking Grandma's Boy came out. Is Eddie Murphy alive?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
He didn't die from crack?
No.
Hasn't killed him yet? He didn't catch on fire? That's the other black guy. That was Richard Pryor, right?
Okay.
High score. Did I win? What's that mean? Did I win?
That's the dude in the workplace or whatever that's like, wears the Matrix coat and everything.
Yeah, that's him.
And Nick Swartzen's in it too.
I don't know who that is.
The dude on Reno 911 that wears the roller skates.
Oh, shit. New Boot Goofing. New Boot Goofing is a place to be. All right, I'm gonna come back around the perimeter of this and frame it up just because of the way I sewed it. I've got this sewn closed, this one's open. So I'm just gonna come right around this edge here. Because I use black on this, if I'd use coyote or green, it wouldn't stand out as much. I wouldn't go back around this, but. Ooh, that bobbin just spun in there. I heard it backlash.
What does that mean?
I pulled this. Listen, get close here. Can you hear it? Listen. Hear that bobbin?
Yeah.
It just spun all around in there. Yeah, we better pull it out and fix it.
Does that mean it's loose inside
Yes.
the bottom?
Yes. That much was loose. Plus the bobbin's super low. It usually won't do that if there's a lot of thread in there. There's some weight to it. Did I set this pocket here? There's the edge, 1.5 also, okay. Get a mark here at 1.5. There we go. And this is the handle. Did I sew this in half? Yeah. Okay. Let's find the center, sharpen this up a little.
I find it intriguing how you sharpen that.
Man, I've used everything. This is what I like the best.
It seems to work the best, and it also doesn't make it too sharp to where it doesn't just break off.
That's right. That's right. I guarantee a pencil lasts me, I'd say 10 times longer than any of them in there because they're using a pencil sharpener. Yep. All right, here's this. All right, what's the spacing on my handle? 4 inches. So off of center at 10. Mark here and here, that's 2 and 2. And my notes in there say we're doing a 2-inch X. So let's make a 2-inch box right there. I don't know whether that's right or not. It doesn't, I guess it is, yeah. All right. Just gonna make a small little hem here.
Just to make it neat as it's sitting there?
Yeah, just so I don't have to fight it because the hem's so small. I don't know why we did it this way. Normally we would have an inch, which is way easier to get a hold of and hold in place. And then I want this 2 inches here. Does that say, I'm second guessing myself. 2 inches seems like that handle's low. What did I have in here? I had a patch here. Handle, 2-inch block, 1/2 inch full. Yeah, that's what we did it at. Somebody had probably built that up and they'd come out different enough that they wrote it on a piece of Velcro and stuck it inside there. For a handle like this on this bag, you definitely do not need a box X here. You could totally just have an inch and just tag it 3-4 times and then zigzag over. We built this bag. I designed this thing 20 years ago, probably.
Is there even active shooters 20 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, there was, unfortunately. Like, we built this bag just for, you know, cops and shit. They'd have it in the car and respond to an active shooter, whereas normally they would walk in, you know, to a call at the mall. They wouldn't walk in with a rifle. They'd just walk in for shoplifting or whatever with what's on their belt. But active shooter, they're going to come in with a rifle. This is going to have the mags. This might have extra medical, might have a bottle of water, maybe smokes, maybe door wedges, maybe flex cuffs, chem lights, you know, stuff like that. This was just all the shit they might need for the incident that isn't carried on their person on the regular.
They could throw over their shoulder and get inside.
Absolutely, yeah, that's exactly what this is. Yep. Guys used them as lunch boxes, lunch bags. For Kung Pao chicken. For your Chinese chicken, chicken delicious. Had a drumstick and my heart stopped licking. How'd the song go? Chicken to China, the Chinese chicken. Had a drumstick and the pussy started licking. How'd it go? Started dripping?
No, it's exactly like that.
That's how it goes.
Yep. If it's not, that's how it goes now.
Chicken to China, the vagina chicken. This seems like I have a lot of extra here. Did I pleat?
Second guess.
Because I haven't made this in so long, and I'm like, why the fuck would I make this? I know what happened. This hem is way bigger than this hem, so this material has more material. That's what's up. That's what's up. Booyakasha.
Favorite 90s movie?
I don't know. You have one?
Emotion.
Okay. Okay.
Was Waterworld made in the 90s?
You know, I don't think I've ever seen Waterworld all the way through. Remember they had a tomato plant with like 1 or 2 tomatoes on it. I remember that.
He would pee into like a little device, like a coffee maker, and he'd just turn a hose, the pee would just go into drinking water.
Yeah, wasn't that like the movie that lost the most amount of money or something?
Oh, yeah. They built that entire floating island town.
Yeah, off Mexico or somewhere. And then destroyed it afterwards. I'm gonna make this pleat a little bit higher.
Pretty sure Jack Black was in it.
Was he?
One of the villains. One of the bad guys.
Isn't Jack Black also the guy that played the dude with the mohawk, the homosexual with the mohawk that had the little boy that threw the boomerang, cut the other dude's fingers off in Mad Max? I don't think it is either, but it should have been. Perfect for Jack Black. Liberal fucking dipshit. How'd that go for him? Nobody's mentioned Jack Black until in 3 or 4 years until you just mentioned him. Nah, that dude's got a ton of talent though, man. He really does. Like his singing and stuff. It's pretty wild.
Did he just do the Ozzy Osbourne
tribute or something? Did he? How's that going for Sharon? I'm leaving. Me and Ozzy are leaving the United States. Yeah? I thought they had divorced.
Probably were going to at some point.
Yeah, who knows? Shit, sucks he's gone. I mean, he was what, 80? Like he was like old, right?
He was old. I can't remember exactly. Pretty old.
Just goes to show you with that kind of money, they still die.
Yeah, he's 76.
Yeah, that's pretty much 80. Plus, I mean, it's not like he was the bastard. Yeah. Not like he took care of himself. All right, let's get some snaps in here before I get any further on this. It makes it any more difficult. I'm like, I don't know, but I'll ask around some. But I'm thinking I might take those 4. Just pick them all. They look like my Kangles. So they're livestock guardian dogs. People use Pyrenees or they use Anatolian Shepherds. And the Anatolians look very similar to those dogs out there. They're big brown dogs, big brown tan dogs. The tail curls a little, black mask, black muzzle. Yeah, she just doesn't have fences yet. Like she's got 30 acres of property, and I don't think she's. It's happening everywhere right now. Like everywhere that's happening. People can't feed them. People are out of money. This happens like anytime you see an economy. Not that our economy is going to full-blown collapse like other countries. But it always starts with the animals. They usually eat the animals first, and then they start getting rid of the children. Like anytime you've seen like a major, like Holodomor kind of shit, one family takes one kid, the other family takes one of their kids, and they eat those kids. Like, it's all through history. I don't think that's going to happen here, but you're going to see desperate people do super desperate shit. And they're dumping fucking cats left and right. They're dumping dogs. Shit, they're even dumping like their chickens and stuff. Look how many chickens get dumped out by Chad's place.
I see chickens on every road I drive down around here.
And a lot of that's a good sign, right? That means those people have chickens, and those chickens are out foraging and eating bugs. Like, I know people that have chickens that don't feed their chickens at all. Like, they have enough property with enough bugs and seeds. They just stay around. Their chickens are a little skinnier. They're a little flightier, you know, but they're more like a wild chicken. But they come in to roost, and they lay an egg every day. You might not get as many eggs as I get, but they're also not, you know, my feed bill's $600 a week, you know, with all the animals and shit. Okay. So this piece right here will be the bottom and the sides. So I need the zipper. Here we go. Okay. You can do this a couple ways. I have this double layered here. This is the inside, that's the outside. And we can hem these and sew them together and then alligator mouth them. I'm going to do it the easy way here. And maybe it's not the easiest way for you to see it, but I'm going to go ahead and sew this together right here. And we're going to zip through this. Okay, so we're going to pull this side. This is what this looks like here. All right. That's the zipper part. It's mostly just the top, down the sides a little bit. So now I'm going to pull this one over. I'm going to pull this right here. I'm going to line all of these up. And we're going to come right in here, tack it. Come right across. Tack it there. And we're going to flip this. And it's going to be super clean. Watch. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Check it. Here we go. There we go. So that's what that looks like. Now that we have that there and we know everything's equal, now we just make sure that's flat there. And we're going to sew all of this. And this is actually 5 layers of material the way this hem is hemmed in here. Right there. And I'm going to come down 1 stitch. And I'm going to travel back through there. The zipper kicked it out a little bit, so went a little wider there. I'm going to come 1 stitch up, and I'm going to come right back across this, lock it all in. I'm going to double tack where that zipper is, where we're coming through our zipper and back, especially back, sewing backwards across the zipper. Very smooth and deliberate. If it's going to kick your needle out, deflect it and hit the plate and break your needle or knock your machine out of time, it's going to be where that zipper's at. Same thing right here. All right, so there's all that. Now I'm going to sew these sides closed, and if you did this right, you're not going to have any pillowing or pleats or puckers. There we go. Booyakasha. All right. Let's take a look and see where we want these buckles to fall. Higher is better so that the bag doesn't flip over. You want the fulcrum, you want it to be way above the center point. So I want this buckle to be right at the corner where that bag is at the top and the side. So that's how I'm going to set this, and I want this. I didn't make this strap originally in the middle of the bag. I wanted it so that the bag would sit closer to the body and kind of that in that direction. So I think I went 1 inch, yep. So I'm going to make marks here. Right now it doesn't matter if this is front or back, they're both the same. But I'm going to make my marks. I'm going to give me a mark to sew against, and I'm just going to go 1 inch. Right there. Okay. And this is what I'm going to use. I am also not sure how much I allotted to sew that under there. I really can't feel it from this side either. I don't know how much tucks under there. If I do too much on one side, I'm not going to have enough on the other. So we'll go with just a little bit right here. That's what we'll go with, a little bit. All right. Zigzag over, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 lines of 4. We're going to travel this right down here. I used to build, wow, that's a lot of fucking webbing. That doesn't, oh yeah, I'm way off here. I used to build this whole cradle piece. The bottom had this big piece that came up here that was separate, and then it would clip in at the top, and that way it was clipped in above the bag, and man, it was so much to build it. We just couldn't build them in production. We were actually losing money on them. So a long time ago, we changed it to just this strap to attach that. But I am way off here because I did not take into consideration that this hem here is not the top of the bag. I got to measure again and make a couple more marks here. Take this off of here. You can see those 4 lines of stitching where I sewed that on there. It's holding very well. Here's the second. Ooh, I just cut into the bag a lot. Luckily, we're going to sew over that and you'll never see it. I would not recommend ripping this off of here like I did either, because you're stretching. You're really putting a lot of torque on that webbing and you're stretching it out. It's not going to lay. You can see it right here. See it? See how it's all. And part of that's the thread that was in there, but again, when I put this together, nobody's ever going to know. Except the guy that gets this bag and watches this video. He'll know. Okay, so what is this from corner to corner? It is, I thought this bag was 10 across. It's 9, okay. So let's find center. There's center. And let's go 4.5 this way, and 4.5 this way. That's 9. Okay. That will make it considerably different. I won't have way too much webbing this way. All right, let's get this out of here. Man down. All right, there we go. So that's where I had the buckle. This is where the buckle needs to be on the top edge. Still not sure how much we tucked this, so we're going to go with a small tuck again. How close to that zipper am I sewing that? Sewing it over the zipper, okay. That's what's happening here. When you design your bags, you might want to have this side wide enough that you're not sewing in the zipper, in case you ever have to warranty or replace a zipper. That way when you cut it apart, you're not unstitching other work with it. Also, the zipper is probably the weakest material on this product, and if you're sewing through that zipper a lot, you probably mush it out or fray it some. So be cognizant of that. If you're sewing, you'll see what I'm talking about the first time you do it. When you flip it over and look at the zipper, you'll know. And the answer is that is how much. So we obviously could have done 2 inches of webbing tail on each side. I did not, but now we know. And that's where that will go. And there we go. Now, I did, this is 1 inch in, but as I got closer to the zipper, I came closer. So I'm probably 3/4 here, but I am 1 inch here. And when I'm talking about sewing through the zipper right here, this held up just fine. But the weakest point of all this material is this zipper track here. Something else you guys might not know, when you order zipper, depending where you order from, you can order, this is the spiral on the coil right here, Vislon. You can order it with this, I don't even know what this is called, this soft part of the material that's woven here. You can get this wider, so you, depending what projects you're working on, I didn't know that until just a few years ago. I didn't even know that was an option. That would have made life a lot easier on certain projects. All right, let's find, we got the top center here. Let's go ahead and find the bottom. And we'll start putting this bag together. We'll put the face and the faces on it. What are we shooting when we're done here? We got like 7 more videos to do today.
Where's the pallets go?
Right here. It's a good thing you said something because they weren't going to go. The pallets goes right here. They go on the sides, and the zipper's right here. So about 3/4 down is where we just stack 3 pallets. And you can put dual pistols here or a water bottle pouch or, you know, whatever you want. So let's go ahead, find the center right here. Right there. All right, fuck it. Let's just measure it. I don't have enough room to work here to turn this ruler. What am I hearing? Oh, I thought I heard somebody walking, and I'm like, is that the roof flexing? All right, same thing over here. I'm not sure how we build these out in production. The girls might actually put all this shit on and then stick it in the mouth and the lips there. I'm not sure how they do it. What's up, Cody? Nothing? Everybody go home? All right. That looks like about 3/4. That'll work. We don't have to tack these side ones a whole lot because they're going to get sewn in the seam on the side. Where is my mark at here? Is that my pencil that just flew across there? Just trying to get some color and pattern in there. That's why I'm rearranging those pals that way. All right, we're close. Where's my lighter? Did I not have? There we go. Okay. That's what I thought. This is 10 across. I don't know why I got 9 on that bag. It must have just shrunk, because once we seamed it, that's what's left. That's why. Okay. Doesn't matter front or back yet. It only matters once we put the pieces on. That's when it becomes front or back. So center to center right here. Go ahead and open that up some. All right, does it fit? It does, man. Looks like I've done this before. Once.
I was gonna say, I think you did it.
Get that pleat in there out of the way so I'm not sewing through those mag pouches. Can we do it again? think we can. I've got a little bit extra right here. Just stretch. Out of thread. Man, I hate that. And apparently I wasn't winding this bobbin somehow. I don't even know how that happened. Well, I don't have a bobbin. It's getting warm out here.
Ooh. Says it's 88 right
In here?
now. Outside. It's probably 108 in here.
Yeah, the sun's behind us right now. It's shifted all the way over. What time is it?
4:01.
4 o'clock. Yeah, the sun's fully hitting that door. If you touch it, it'll be 120, 130 degrees on that door, I'll bet. Something just happened. Why did it just pop that thread? My shoulder straps. I knew I had that happen. Now I should have marked center and center of that webbing and sewn center up and center up. I have some shifts. See how this one's higher?
Yeah.
The bag will function perfect. Yeah, it's actually probably more about an inch off. But
Do you think it's from ripping that one and it's stretched out or something?
nah, I should have gone off center. Like I always say, everything off center. All right, we're gonna put the bottom piece. So the bottom, then we'll get the sides, and then we'll be done on this one here. last line. All right, this Velcros to that Velcro we put inside. This closes here. There is plenty of Velcro so that if you wanted to run like 40 round mags, you could run 40 round mags. If you had some taller piece of equipment, you could get that in there as well. So 6 mags. We'll cut those zipper pulls off of there, put cord on. And there is the updated or improved active shooter bag. And just like that, there we go. And you've still got the pals, so you can add sustainment pouches to the sides or radio pouch or whatever you wanted to have on there. Let me cut this and then we can shoot some B-roll of it.